Yeah, that I can't help you with. You're stuck with that one, my friend. All right, it says meeting is now streaming live on YouTube. It says that, but it doesn't. I don't know if it is or not because on my screen it still says YouTube arrow or Zoom YouTube. So I don't know if it's working or not. Oh, yep, it's working now. All right, cool. Hey, everybody. All right, Kodak, you be quiet for a minute. Let me do the introduction because this is what I'm good at. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist Andrew speaking, and we are live streaming. And once again, you are joining us for the Hero Hour. With me tonight is a good buddy of mine by the name of Kodiak.
My name's Avery. This is Avery. I'm Avery.
You wish you looked like Avery. I'm just kidding. Avery can't join us tonight. They screwed up his schedule, and he's got to go to work really early in the morning. And I told him, screw that job. Come on the live stream. And he said, no. I gotta commit to the job. And I said, okay.
Lies. I'm Avery. I tell you, I'm Avery.
I let him off with a warning. Hey, Fearful Milk, how's it going? All right. Hold on a second. My camera's all screwy. And now it's focused. All right, who else just joined? Hey, Todd. Good evening, sir. Todd, can you hear me? You know, whenever I ask somebody a question, nobody answers. I always got to check, make sure I didn't mute myself.
Well, a lot of times when we come in, you're not the one coming in, so you're not familiar. It takes a second or two to get our mics turned on.
I love it when his face shows up, that it disappears, and then his face shows up again because he's screwing around with his camera. Todd, you there?
My camera's doing that too, but no.
Oh, okay. I can't hear. We can't hear you. You're way too low. Maybe I should turn up my volume. Maybe that'll make a difference. All right, I can see your screen now. Hey, check this out. I was moving some boxes around because 2 of the 3 kids moved out of the house, so we got their room, and we were moving some stuff that was kind of storagey stuff in the living room into the closet, and I found a picture. Check these people out. All right. Now, this woman is absolutely gorgeous. And you see that nerdy-looking dude that's with her?
I just like the fact that you got something dead growing in the back of your neck.
Yeah, I had kind of a mullet thing going on, but what's so
You
bad?
cut that picture out. That is not. No way.
Yeah, that's totally real.
My problem with my hair is that I'm naturally curly. So whenever I would have I try to grow it long in the back, it would curl up. And I got rid of that real quick after a while. But yeah, this is my senior prom. And that was me and my wife at our senior prom. We weren't married at this point. But man, she's gorgeous. I love this woman. I don't know why she dated me. I know it was
I'm scratching my head. I'm sitting there going, well, wow.
Yeah. Well, I found this picture, and I don't think.
No, this is why you look like an internet meme. It's great. It's so great, though.
Todd, you knew me back then. That was me, right?
Yes, that's 100%. I remember that picture.
Yeah. Fearful Milk says, I'm busy with my comic. Very good. He says, oh, and I made a new announcement. Okay. Dillard says, hello, boys. Hello, Mr. Dillard. And Fearful Milk says, I know you're not going to watch it. Long story short, a couple of years' time after I've done what I want to do with my channel will end, and I will never be uploading after that point. Okay. Is that the announcement that you're going to go for a few years and then you're going to stop? I mean, I guess that's what everybody's going to do eventually, right? All right. Well, needless to say. Okay.
We're all going to stop in the apocalypse.
Yeah. What show was I listening to where they were talking about a civil war happening here? I think it was one of Ricada's shows. He was talking to somebody and they were saying something about there's going to be a civil war in this country. And part of me can see it happening. But, one side has guns and the other side has bicycle locks. I'm kind of not too worried. Does that make sense? Did I mute myself again? Is anybody listening?
No, I'm trying to make sense of whatever the hell you were talking about.
Oh, well,
the wife just got home. I'll be right in a minute.
Okay. Well, he was talking about the apocalypse happening, and I was thinking that the potential of a civil war is more likely than an apocalypse. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. So, all right. Well, I'm going to start drawing, but had a good weekend at the store. We did a Black Friday weekend sale in which, dude, listen to this. This. I told Mike about this afterwards, and I thought it was crazy. Is that I did every comic that was $2 and up, I did $1 off. So if it was a $2 comic, you got it for $1. If it was a $5 comic, you got it for $4. And then for the 50-cent bins, or for the dollar bins, I did buy one get one free. So they were all 50 cents. I barely sold any 50-cent comics.
Really?
But I sold a lot of the $2 books.
Told you.
$1. Yeah, but here's the thing that's so cool is that most of those, you know what I paid for them. So I still made a little bit of money. But yeah, some guy came in and he found my collection of the Thing comics from the Fantastic Four. He was like, dude, I love these as a kid. And he bought them all up and they were all $2 a piece.
That's great.
And you know what I paid for them.
Dude, it's normal. It's a called a markup.
Yeah, well.
You did a lot of it. You also had to like spend time and energy finding it, putting it together.
Well, that is true. That is true. I mean, I do account for the fact that I do a lot of work. But I got a deal this for Black Friday. I'll have to share with you later because I can't tell people on stream what I did because it's just let's just say I robbed Walmart blind and I love it because somebody made a mistake on the price and I took advantage of it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, so I'll tell you about it after offline. So it's a good one. Okay. But
my wife just came in and is like, does he have a shot on a piece of toast?
What?
Todd.
What?
Oh,
my wife just came in and is like, does he have a shot on a piece of toast?
That's exactly what he has.
I was like,
what are you making of it? This is a coaster. It's a coaster in the shape of a piece of toast.
All right, I'm back. I don't know.
Good.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Yeah, Todd. Avery reached out to me. They screwed up his schedule this week, so he's not going to be able to join tonight. And I told him that's okay.
Oh, okay.
I give him permission to sit this one out, which means we're going to do a peep show.
Oh no.
I have something very specific for this episode. Something new that I found that I don't know if it's going to be horrible or not, but most likely it will be. So did anybody else do Black Friday shopping or anything like that?
Yeah.
Did you do it all online or did you actually go to stores?
No, I did it all online.
Yeah, see, that's no fun. This is the first year that in our Black Friday shopping, I never even went to Best Buy. And here's the thing, I had a $25 Best Buy gift card in my pocket and I didn't even go to Best Buy.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. The sales just weren't that great. There was nothing that I wanted, that I had to go head over heels for, And well, it's not. I still love Best Buy. It's still one of my favorite places to go. I didn't waste the time. So, but it was weird. It was weird not going by, and I planned to go by. I actually made 2 attempts to go by, but I went other places instead. So, and Best Buy I love Best Buy.
I'm surprised Best Buy is kind of lasting as long as it is past the Amazon era.
Well, I know I hear that as well, but there is a benefit to going into a store and finding something you're looking for,
Yeah, there definitely is, but that's why I keep telling Tara that her boss needs to fight this. Buy your vehicle online. I'm like, no, that's what you shouldn't do. You should put You should directly attack the online market for buying vehicles online. And they're set in their old school ways. They still think that advertising on network TV is going to get them, people coming in, and it's annoying.
Do you know how I would fight against buying a car online? Go online and look at reviews and find the worst of the worst, because I'm sure they're out there. Because I don't know if I would ever trust anybody selling a car online, sight unseen type.
Well, you remember their old commercials, right? The twins.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I keep telling Tara. I'm like, you need to get back up on them and get them realizing they're going in the wrong place. They're advertising in the wrong market. It's like they're still advertising to blue hairs. And I told her they should have, like, they can't use the twins anymore. They're off to New York college or whatever it is. But they still should have, commercials where it's like, and they pull up in this old jalopy or whatever, it's like, see what I got from online or blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It's just, so.
Yeah, but here's the scary part. I hate to say it, when it comes to car dealers and selling stuff, they all eventually want to go online themselves. It just that it hasn't become a proven market for cars yet. And once it is, they're going to want to take advantage of it too. So you really can't really, bash on it right now, because it's still testing the waters, so to say. I personally would never buy a car online, but I know people who have, done stuff like that. So,
right. I still think it's kind of like buying your milk online. It's still something that's going to be, at least for a long time.
Oh God, I would never buy milk online.
Exactly, and you should never buy a car sight unseen either.
See, you guys, it's just different though, because we buy everything online, including milk and all our groceries, and it's phenomenal.
Well, that's because you don't have like grocery stores. I live here. I have a Walmart over here, a Walmart over here, a Target over here, another Target. Actually, I have two Targets, like almost catty corner to each other, and this is like in a 5-mile radius of where I live. I don't have issue finding stuff.
But yet, to prove me wrong, all of those places have now where you can go online, order, and they'll have somebody.
That's right. See, they're not going to smash the idea of online. They're going to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Plus, we also have an Amazon distribution center here in Jacksonville. So if you order something from Amazon, you can get it the same day, which is kind of nice. But
I'm surprised you hadn't started seeing them drones flying all around yet.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
viable,
a safe thing just yet.
Yeah,
you get the old people out there probably swatting at them with their brooms.
Yeah, that's funny.
Hey, the Bluebird is here. Says, how do you draw like that? Oh, wow. Just lots of practice. And actually, what's really sad is I have not drawn these characters in so long, and it's a dang shame.
Yeah, why are you slacking on your book production, man?
Tell me about it.
So if I click on my screen to try to check on something, will it take over or no?
If you're going to do a share screen?
If I'm just trying to click on my screen like old school, like back when Google Hangouts, when I would click on my screen, but it wouldn't take over.
Yeah, go ahead.
What happened? Anything?
Nope.
I don't know. I wasn't looking at
Cool.
your screen.
So I can look at my okay.
Yeah.
Heritage sent me a couple of catalogs for their next auction.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I did go back and check on that one that you shared with me. It's up to like $122 right now.
Yeah.
So
that's still good, even if it goes up to $200.
It's still good. So yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on it, like I said. But
yeah, just remember my rule of thumb is like whatever the price is, right before the auction starts, you just assume to double it, and then you usually can get it.
Yeah. Well,
300 toys though. That's like that's gonna last you forever. Like that's gonna. Did you tell Kodiak about this?
No.
You should get his opinion. I think it would be genius, but
so they have a lot of Star Wars toys.
Is he there?
Yeah, he's here.
No, he's not listening. He said he was going to come back.
No, I'm here.
He's here.
There you go.
Why are you doubting me? It's my stream, man.
I doubt you all the time. So tell them
I
what's
know
up.
you do. It's Heritage Auctions got a lot, not a lot of, but a lot of toys, of Star Wars toys. There's like 300 toys in the set, including figures and dolls and stuff. And something I'm going to look into. I don't know. I haven't actually. I've got a Heritage account, but I've never actually done any bidding on Heritage. So we'll see.
I've done quite a bit now. So
yeah, I know. I should let you buy it for me, and then
Well, no, because they'll send it to my. I mean, my address is what.
Are they present like current, or are they old school? What are
a
they?
lot of different. It was different lots of stuff. So
It was kind of cross year. A lot of stuff from the '90s. It looked like from the picture.
hold on, just a quick second.
We could pull it up.
All right, sorry. The wife was trying to ask me a question. I was busy, live streaming. Just had to remind her. All right, so this is actually a panel from page, what page was this? Page 82 of book 3. And I already did the layout once and it was okay, but I didn't like part of it, so I wanted to redo it. So this is just a quick layout of what the page looks like. And I hate to say it, but I'm already drawing Hero differently than I used to, because he's kind of, in my mind, he's kind of matured. And granted, as he goes through the book, he is maturing. But his look is maturing. He's his face is a little bit more rounder instead of so, like when I used to draw him, he had kind of a pointy nose, where now I draw him with a little bit more rounder nose. So that's just one of the things I do a little bit differently about him. But I might actually, I hate to say this, but I might have to go back in some of the panels for book 3 and redo Hero, because I've changed how he looks so much. No, this is the time to do that. So that was my wife screaming and yelling. I don't know what she was yelling about. But all right. That's my drawing for the moment. Hey, Cross. Hey, Rick. How's it going, man? Come on in if you got time. You got the link? You got the link.
That was same. I heard that too. I was.
Oh, there's been some fantastic movies on Netflix recently. I'm watching Fractured with Anthony Hopkins and the guy from the last Blade Runner movie. I forgot his name. I know somebody out there knows it.
Mm-hmm.
That guy.
What was the other? Oh, Ed Norton and Richard Gere in Primal Fear. God, what a fantastic movie! I remember seeing. You've never seen Primal Fear?
Nope.
That's like the first Ed Norton movie. Who's got the noise outside?
Oh, wait. Is that the one where he tricks him at the end?
Yes.
See, yeah, this is the internet ruined that movie for me. So.
Oh,
yeah.
really? No, my wife and I, we saw that in the
Just
theater when it came out. So.
Just like, what's in the box? Internet ruined that movie for me. The one is a movie that people say is one of the greatest movies. The Usual Suspects.
Yep.
Internet ruined that movie for me.
Yeah, you can't look on the internet for any of that stuff, dude.
No.
Go with it.
Dude, those movies came out when the internet didn't exist. Why are you watching the internet for that?
I had not come across my radar at the time.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Anyway, hey, listen, I need to do this really quick. I misplaced the December previews for DC. We've already done the January previews, but because I didn't do the December one, I want to go ahead and go through it, actually, because there is some relevance to current political, social news. This issue actually has a timeliness to it, so I figured we'd go ahead and go through this previews real quick, if that's all right with you guys.
Yeah, I got some original art if you want to check it out later too.
Yeah, we can do that too. Okay.
As long as we can comment briefly, but
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and do the DC previews. This is the DC previews for December. This is stuff that's already coming out this week. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this now is because of on the cover, you have The Dark Knight Returns, The Golden Child. It's a one-shot written by Frank Miller with art by Raphael. Is it Grandpa?
Grandpa, yeah.
Grandpa?
Like gra. Like
Gra.
I don't think you pronounce it grandpa. You pronounce it grandpa.
Well, it looks like Grandpa to me.
It is. Yeah,
But
you can say grandpa. It's fine.
I got a question for you, Todd. Do you think DC assigned this artist to this book, or did Frank Miller pick him out and say, that's the guy I want to do my next book with?
Good question.
Because I know with like the Dark Knight 3, you had Adam Kubert. Adam Kubert did a fantastic version of Frank Miller. I mean, it wasn't Frank Miller's art, but he definitely channeled his style for that book. But this guy and the work that I've seen from him, nothing like Frank Miller.
I think that Frank Miller picked him.
Really? I'd love to. I'm looking forward to seeing if they have interviews or something out there, because he is like so different from what I imagine Frank Miller.
Yeah,
but
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know. I think he picked him. The reason I think so is because I follow Raphael Grandpa stuff on Instagram.
Yeah.
And he's been like, over the last 2 months, he's been kind of, I mean, really for a while, he's been kind of promoting the stuff, even like secret drawings. You know how like can't release. And there were pictures of him walking with Frank Miller, and he's been super like, like appreciative to Frank Miller. Like, thank you so much for letting me work with you, and like a true master, learning from a true master, like that kind of stuff. So I think if he wasn't specifically chosen by Frank Miller, then they're still working together fairly closely.
Yeah.
Right? It isn't just like over the phone or just like, like, oh, here's the script, go do it.
Well, that's interesting. But I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. It's a one shot. Well, I like his stuff for some stuff. Some of the stuff I've seen him on is very organic. You know what I mean? It's very fluidy in the art style. I'm sure that's a technical term. Dillard can confirm that for me. Fluidity. It's an art style. But he's just, I would
Sounds
never.
like you need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I would never match him with a Frank Miller story. That's why I thought it was odd. But I'm looking forward to it. And it's coming out on the 11th. So, I mean, it's like a week away. But in case you guys hadn't heard, there was a alternate cover. I think it was the Paul Pope alternate cover that DC released on Twitter. And it got backlash from people in China. And DC, in order not to upset the Chinese government, took it down. And there's been a lot of videos about it and so forth. I mean, you guys can go look it up. But the fact is, this issue comes out this month in a couple of weeks. And it's a one-shot, but we'll talk about it as we get to it. So, all right. So this is the previews for comics on sale in December from DC Comics. We've got Villain of the Year, Hell Arisen. Art and cover by Steve Epting, which that sounds kind of cool. I think this is it's a limited series, 1 of 4. But I haven't been following any of the Year of the Villain titles. I don't know if anybody else has. I'm sure when it comes in a collected edition, I'll check it out. But at this point, I don't know anything about it. You got Harley Quinn, Villain of the Year, #1, which is some type of one-shot with, Amanda Conner did the cover, but the interior art, believe it or not, Todd, is by Mike Norton.
Really?
So, yeah, he's still getting work. Very good. Ocean Master, Villain of the Year, #1. This is also another one-shot. It's got a nice cover, but don't know anything. Miguel Mendoca on art. Not familiar with that person. So then we have a new title from Joe Hill Comics, Hill House Comics, The Low Woods. This one sounds interesting. It's another limited series, 6-issue limited series. Art by somebody named Danny, D-A-N-I. Not familiar with that person at all. So, like with the other two that came out, Basket Full of Heads and the Dollhouse Family, if my store has this, I'll pick it up just to take a look at it and maybe I'll do a review. But I'm down with these new horror books. They're actually pretty good. Then, of course, you got The Dark Knight Returns, The Golden Child. Once again, this is a one-shot. Now, it says prestige format and black label, but it's not the oversized edition. I like the oversized edition books, and I'll show you an example of that in here. But this is like a regular edition, regular comic. I got Suicide Squad #1, so they're relaunching that. If anybody's interested, I wonder if there's a movie that might have some of these characters in it coming out soon.
Or a TV show that looks like it sucks big time.
You talking about the cartoon?
Yes.
That's definitely not Harley Quinn,
Oh, yeah,
But
exactly.
We can talk about that another time.
Yeah.
We got 2 of the Infected books coming out. Deathbringer, which is Donna Troy. And we have The Infected, the Commissioner, which is, of course, Commissioner Gordon. These are the multiverse, the dark multiverse, where they, do twisted versions of the stories. And, we'll see. Most likely, these will all be collected in a nice big hardcover, and that's what I'll end up getting. You got New Year's Evil #1 with this is a one-shot prestige format 80-pager, and it's just got a whole bunch of different people in. None of these I think have ever done anything for me. These large, multi-person books, but you never know. Then we have one of the Tales from the Dark Multiverse. This is the retelling of a classic DC story, but done in the Dark Multiverse style, which is, they twist the story a little bit and heroes become villains and so forth. This one is the Teen Titans Judas Contract, in which Terra, my favorite Titan, go Terra, # Terra, she becomes the twisted bad person in this, and takes out the Titans as well as Slade. So could be interesting. This is one I might look into, with art by Tom Rainey, which, that could be cool. You got some facsimile edition, Crisis of Infinite Earths #8 facsimile edition, some 100-page giants, whatever. But this is the one I'm looking forward to. This is Wonder Woman Dead Earth. This is a 4-issue limited series. This is the black label title, and it's in the oversized edition, written and drawn by Daniel Warren Johnson, who I absolutely love his stuff. And he's doing this Wonder Woman story. It's like in the future type thing. And Diana fights for post-apocalyptic survival in Wonder Woman Dead Earth. Sold. Done. Most likely, but to be honest with you, they've been collecting these oversized editions, those limited series, in gorgeous hardcovers. They just put out the Batman Damned, and they're putting out Batman Year One or Superman Year One in the same format. I would love to have this as a complete collected edition. Now, this is coming out. It's not monthly because the next issue wasn't solicited till, or maybe it was monthly. I'll have to double check. I've already looked. No, the second issue was solicited for February, so it's coming out every other month. So it'll be a while before we get the hardbound edition, but that's definitely what I'm looking forward to. We have Batman Tales, Once Upon a Crime. This is one of the kid-friendly graphic novels. Same with The Shadow of the Batgirl, another kid-friendly book. These could be the future of comics right here, guys. Especially graphic novels aimed at kids with art that appeases to kids. That's fantastic. And I'm glad Marvel's or DC. I believe I'm screwing this up horribly, guys.
Yeah, you're gonna have to edit a bunch of stuff up because you're losing your nerd cred.
I'm not gonna edit it. Zatanna and the House of Secrets. This is another one of those, and that's awesome. Then we get into the real comics. You've got Action Comics 1018, John Romita Jr. Awesome. We got Aquaman 55 and Batgirl 42. Nothing jumping out at me in any of these. Batman 84. This is almost the finish of the Tom King storyline, and then 85, which is the finish of the Tom King storyline.
Is that the one where Batman cries?
I'm pretty sure he cries in all of them. Then we have Batman Beyond. We have Batman Beyond 39, which has a gorgeous alternate cover by Frances Manapul of the new Batwoman, or the Batwoman Beyond, who I think looks awesome.
Yeah,
especially because she has red hair. So then we have the next issue of Batman Curse of the White Knight, #5 by Sean Murphy, and it's got an alternate cover with Batgirl, so that's fantastic. Now, I haven't picked up any of these. I picked up the first series. I picked up every issue of the first series, but I want a nice hardcover edition, and that's what I'll wait. I'm patiently going to wait for that. Batman's Grave number 3 with Brian Hitch and Kevin Nolan on art. Awesome. Batman and the Outsiders number 8. Nothing great there. Batman Superman number 5. Whatever. Catwoman number 18. Jolie Jones writing and art.
Joelle.
Did I screw that up? That's part of my charm.
Go ahead. Wait. Go back.
Okay.
Look at the letters.
Joelle Jones. All right, that's actually a nice cover. So, okay. Then we got Deathstroke number 50, the extra size series finale. Really, I didn't realize it was ending at 50, issue 50.
What is?
Deathstroke. I'm sure they're going to relaunch it. So we have Detective Comics 1017. Cool cover by Tony Daniel. Detective Comics 1018. Yeah. And then we have Doomsday Clock number 12, the final part of the series from Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. I think I stopped with issue 6, to be honest with you, because I liked the art. Let me back up. I liked the story and I loved the art, but this deserves like a hardcover, you know? And that's what I'm waiting for. A nice big hardcover collection.
Plus it took like 2 years to finish.
Yeah. We got Flash 84 and 85. Not a big Flash fan, but okay. Somebody out there is going to want it. Flash Forward number 4. Man, I can't even do numbers today. Genlock number 2 and Gotham City Monsters number 4. Some more limited series. Green Lantern Black Stars number 2, another limited series. And we have Harley Quinn number 68. These I like the Frank Cho version of Harley so much better than what they put on the cover. And I know this is Gilliam Marsh, and that person is a fantastic artist, but this version of Harley doesn't do anything for me.
My version's still the best.
Whatever, okay. Harley Quinn 69, and then Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy.
Way to blow me off there.
Yeah, I did.
Wow,
I did.
what a douchebag.
Real quick. We got Hawkman number 19 and He-Man and the Masters of the Multiverse. I actually really like this cover. This is a Ink Hookie Lee cover. I don't know. He did a good job with the chick there. We got Inferior 5 number 4 and 5, which I haven't heard anything about. I know it's Keith Giffen, but that's a really bad Keith Giffen cover. It's like it's missing pieces. Oh, well. Then we have the Joker Killer Smile number 2. This is the large format version. This is a Jeff Lemire and Andre Sorrento, whatever. You guys can see it right there. And this one,
I can't wait for the Jaker.
I picked up the first one, and the art just didn't do it for me. I'm sure the story's great, but whatever. Then we got Joker, Harley, Criminal Sandy. This is another oversized black label book. So, Justice League 37, Jorge Jimenez on art. We got Justice League 38 and Justice League Dark 18 with a fantastic Yannick Paquette cover. Did I say that right? Paquette?
I think it's Paquette.
No. Justice League Odyssey 16 with no idea who that character is on the cover, but whatever. Legion of Superheroes number 2. This is Brian Michael Bendis and Ryan Sook. I flipped through the first issue, and at the time I didn't have enough money to pick it up, so I left it there. But I tell you what, this book looks fantastic. Oh, hey, Ahmed. How's it going, man? Ahmed's here. We got Lois Lane 6 and 7, Mike Perkins on art. This is going to be a nice little trade when it gets collected together.
I want that. Gabe that I talked to during the day. The colorist on that. He's
okay.
He's on YouTube. He's a really cool guy. He keeps under the radar though, but you can tell he's kind of aligned with us on bull crap.
Well, he can't say it, so got to keep it quiet.
Yep.
Martian Manhunter number 11 of 12, so that series is wrapping up. Metal Men number 3 of 12 with Shane Davis on art. Cool. Nightwing 67 and Red Hood and the Outlaws number 41. I don't know if still collecting those or not. RWBY number 2. This one has decent art in it, but I don't know anything about the manga or the anime, so I don't know if it's any good or not.
And
No,
I think it's pronounced. I mean, I could be wrong because I genuinely don't know.
Okay, tell
I
me.
think it's pronounced Ruby.
Ruby?
I think so.
Okay.
Don't quote me on it, but I think so.
Well, I trust you more than I trust myself. So, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Number 102. Shazam number 9 with Dale Eaglesham on art. Supergirl 37 with a cover by Bengal. Cool. Superman 18, Ivan Rice and Joe Prado. And Superman Smashes the Klan, number 2 of 3. Okay.
What?
What, you hadn't heard about that one?
30 degrees?
My wife's watching the news.
All right, what?
You missed. You didn't know about this?
Superman Slashes the Klan. It's a limited
Smashes.
series. What did I say?
Slashes.
No, I said smashes. I'm fairly certain I said smashes.
We'll check the tape later.
All right.
Like you take the forget all and let's unpoliticize it. You literally have the weakest bad guy in the world right now. The Klan is virtually non-existent. They have no power. Think about it. If anybody thought about anything about how powerful these guys are, actually, it's so ridiculous. Give me a good bad guy. These little pimps are not good bad guys.
Okay.
Andrew, how's that whole non-controversy?
Yeah,
working for you?
Kodiak, thanks a lot for keeping up my trend of being non-controversial. But the story takes hush. Shut up, Kodiak. The story takes place in 1946. Okay.
Okay.
And if you're interested in how the first issue was, your boy Zach did a review of it, so you can go check that out.
Cool deal.
And that's issue number 2
But
coming
just
out this month.
Shut
up!
At face
Shut up!
value, it's the most
Kodiak.
ridiculous thing.
We're gonna mute
You can't
him.
mute Kodiak. That's not fair.
He can unmute himself. You just got to be quiet for a minute. All right,
I have
Superman's
an unmute button.
Yeah, I know you do. Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen,
Uh-oh.
number 6. I think this cover is funny.
Did he mute himself? Hello,
No, I'm not muted.
Andrew. That would be so funny if you muted me and messed up your mic.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Teen Titans. We're almost done, guys. This is literally like the last. I am so glad you bring class to this story. We got Teen Titans, which is Adam Glass and Bernard Chang, still kicking butt on this title. This is such a fantastic looking title. I highly recommend it for anybody who is into the teen superheroes. Then we have the Terrifics number 23, still kicking, still going strong. Basket Full of Heads number 3, definitely going to check it out. Dollhouse Family number 2, definitely going to check it out. Book of Magic 15 with Tom Fowler on art. That's awesome. You got Dreaming 16 and 17 and House of Whispers. These are all part of the Sandman universe. So if you're into that stuff, as well as John Constantine, Hellblazer number 2. The Last God, still don't know anything about this one, but may check it out when it hits the store. Lucifer, of course. And then we get into the Young Animals. We have Collapser number 6, Doom Patrol Way to the World number 6, and Far Sector number 2. That is the most dynamic and interesting cover I've seen in a long time.
You're such a douche.
I mean, she's literally sitting down, relaxing, reading like the newspaper.
Yeah, it doesn't really make you want to spend $4.95, does it?
No,
Doesn't it
absolutely
look like?
not.
Wait, go back one. It looks like one of those bed and bath and magazines my wife has on the coffee table.
Yeah, that's what you put on the cover. There you go. Dial H for Hero number 10. This one's getting ready to end at issue number 12. Same thing with Wonder Twins up to 10. And Young Justice number 11, which I am a big fan of Young Justice. I bought the first several issues of this and was enjoying it, but it's kind of...
Yeah, I was wrong. It wasn't the other one, Lois Lane. He's on that one.
Oh, okay. Well, it's got good colors in it too. And now we get to the reprinted books. These are the ones that they originally did for the Walmart stores and all. We have Batman Universe number 6, Superman Up in the Sky, Titans Burning number 5, Superman Up in the Sky is number 6, and Wonder Woman Come Back to Me number 6. And I believe that's it. That's it for comics. That's what's coming out in December. I forgot we got some graphic novels. They have a series of graphic novels coming out for Birds of Prey. You have one for Black Canary, one for the Huntress, and one for Harley Quinn. That's not them. These are the movie versions. And I guarantee you none of these stories have the movie versions in them. But they put the movie versions on the cover. And it's not Black Canary if she doesn't have fishnet stockings. I mean, really. Just not. Oh, well.
True.
Was there anything else good in here? Oh, yeah. We had the Todd McFarlane Batman statue. The 100th statue, black and white statue. Cool.
Yeah, that's sweet.
We got a Harley Quinn. Was there anything good? Nope. That's it. So,
was there anything good? Nope.
couple of books in here I definitely am interested in checking out. And there's a lot more that I'd rather wait for a nice, decent hardcover trade. So, but if you pick up any of these this month, let me know what you think. Let me know.
I am genuinely curious about the Golden Child.
Yes, I am too, only because of the controversy that's happened. Originally, I was ready to.
Raphael Grandpa's work is actually really good. So,
what controversy? See, you promised controversy and you didn't tell me what it was.
I talked about it at the very beginning. The Paul Pope did an alternate cover in which you see this Batman character throwing like a Molotov cocktail, and in the window behind it, it says the future is youth, or the youth is the future.
Was that
something.
Paul Pope? I thought it was Raphael Grandpa.
No. That's a Paul Pope. Actually, there's multiple. I meant to mention this before, but hold on. There's the main cover, which is this one, is by Raphael. Then the variant cover by Paul Pope, I believe that is the one that got the controversy going. There's a Jolie Jones, a Frank Miller, and
Dude.
What?
Joel.
Did I screw it up again? Oh, I'm not worried about it. I'm cutting that part out of the video anyway. Joel Jones. So, yeah.
So what was...
the Chinese, there was a whole bunch of backlash on Twitter
because of the Hong Kong protesters.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the protests,
Molotov cocktail isn't something they want.
They said it was promoted. It was pro anti-Hong Kong government imagery. And one of the things they said is that the character was wearing all black, and it's like it's supposed to be a Batman character. They always wear all black.
Wait, it was pro.
They were saying the
Hong Kong
was pro.
Yeah, exactly. In other words, they're douchebags. Gotcha.
So, in other words, DC pulled it. They pulled it from Twitter because of the controversy.
Way to bend over for, totalitarians. That's great.
So, what are you working on right now, Kodiak?
My book.
Okay, good. What are you working on, Todd?
My tan.
Exactly, because I love how he actually cares.
Man, you guys are just fantastic. Ahmed says, it's okay. I know your wife was creeping on you reading and upcoming comic books. Yeah. She's watching the news. She's paying attention to the news. Supposedly it's supposed to get down to the 30s tonight, so we'll see how it goes. All right, guys.
Wait.
What?
You guys want to check out some upcoming artwork?
All right, we'll spotlight you for a few minutes.
You don't have to.
No, we can. All right, you're spotlighted. We're sharing.
Let's see.
All right, that's it. We're done. Come on, man. Hurry up.
Give me a second, man.
Right. Actually, I do like this segment of the show.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
I don't know. She's watching something on TV is making her laugh. What are you watching, dear?
911.
Oh, 911.
The woman put something in her mouth for a tube and it turned her blue.
Okay.
All right.
You're not revealing state secrets or something in here, are you?
No.
All right.
Hold on. It's all right, check this out. So, first up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now, are these original Ronin pages, or are these just color?
So here's what's interesting. This is what's really interesting. This is Lynn Varley's original Blue Line color work, and so this is actually something that I've been really interested in. The way that she colored those books, Ronin and Dark Knight Returns and a bunch of other stuff, is she would print out Frank's pencil or his inks in blue line on Bristol. Okay, and then paint the blue line Bristol, and then they had a transparent overlay of his inks. So this is what the final image looks like. But if you pick up the
overlay,
if you pick up the overlay,
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Damn, that's time consuming as hell.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah. So she'd have to.
So it's just a nice color composition, and then the
so
end
it's
result.
Not. It's not really the original art, though. His original pages are totally.
No, this is an original Lynn Varley, and you can see she actually signed it right there. It says LV.
Yeah.
Did she maybe use a light table? And
she would have had to. She would have had to. She would have to put the black the black line, the ink line underneath it, paint it, and then put it on top.
No, you didn't. You did not listen to a word I said.
I listened to what you said.
Do you see the work right there? She printed it out in blue line on Bristol and then painted the Bristol board over the blue line.
Oh, okay.
Black. And then if you see up at the top, the way they got the final image was to have the transparency placed on top. Here's the tape. And then they would just scan this page. And that was the cover. And they did this for every page. And I do not know pages with lettering. I was actually trying to figure that out today. If she painted the lettering, the back of the lettering acetate white, or if the lettering was actually done on a different thing. I'd actually have to look at my black and white Frank Miller book to see. But this is pretty cool, right?
Now, what kind of paints did she use? Like acrylics or?
Probably gouache. Or what Avery calls it gouache, but gouache. It doesn't say, but it's either acrylic or a gouache. It's got to be thin. It's pretty dope, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I got a new respect for Ronin just from that one page.
Yeah, I really like process pieces. Like, I love original art and all that stuff. This is pretty cool, man. This is really really cool. So this is something that it's probably out of my price range, but I'm keeping an eye on.
That is nice. It's a good image too.
It's cool, right?
Yeah. All right, what else you got? Bruce Timm, fantastic.
Yeah, Bruce Timm. This is Marker.
Yeah, I love that. I'm just absolutely adore.
Isn't that crazy?
Guy. Yeah. No.
I can do that.
I'd be surprised if it was anything else.
Yeah.
He really like excels at just using whatever you have. He could probably use Crayola markers and make it look good.
Oh yeah,
he's phenomenal. He's a painter.
All right, what else you got? Oh, nice.
This is a Steve Scroce.
Oh my god, that just made me want to quit for a second. Hold on. It's like, dear God.
Man, that's a much later issue too. His art early on was,
Yeah, Steve Scroce, X-Man.
Can you send that in the link to that in the Twitter link?
Here, I'll just save image as, and then you can have it.
Okay.
There's another Steve Scroce in the mix tonight.
All right, let's see what else you got.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one.
Oh wow.
Ooh, Mark Silvestri.
No, dude, Jim Lee.
Oh no! Why was I? Oh, you know why I was thinking Mark Silvestri?
This is Wildcats number 5, page 18.
Yeah, but he's going up against. Isn't that?
Oh, the girl, the redheaded girl.
Warblade.
No, but he's going up against the redheaded girl that.
Don't worry, I'll edit this part out of the video. I'll still be smart at the end. In the end.
Right. Oh, I see. It kind of linked the two, the Cyberforce and Wildcats, whoever that character is.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
I still think that character was a Jim Lee character.
Isn't this gorgeous, though?
Yeah, I think that's why I
actually really thought they missed a good opportunity with keeping Wildcats and Cyberforce going, like it was in the shared universe and the way it was back then. I just feel they got lazy with it or something. I don't know what.
Well, they probably just started hating each other.
Yeah, that's it.
It's what's her name? Her name is Misery. Isn't that a great page though?
That is very cool.
Yeah, I would definitely own that page.
This is Another Wild Cats number 6, page 22 and 23. Isn't that wicked?
That is cool.
Like, I don't know, like the black and white stuff is it's really nice. Like this was a little bit past when I really liked Jim Lee. He was a little too stylized at this point, but you can't beat it, man. I mean, hindsight being what it is, that's a fantastic page. Right?
Yeah, it kind of drowned it out anything else. Even if there was good story, you wouldn't have known because you're like, forget the words. You know, there's just so much going on this page. It almost gives you. Like, I remember as a kid, they used to literally give me headaches.
Yeah.
Like I could either look at the art or look at the art. I couldn't pay attention to any of the words, you know?
So
awesome.
This is a Marvel Comic Presents. I don't think I've ever seen this. It was number 45, page 7, but it's John Buscema, and it's Wolverine. So I was like, oh, that's really cool.
That's a cool one.
Isn't that nice?
Just a simple like bad guy right there that just it reminds me of Clayface.
So this is a John Byrne sketch from 1979 of Nightcrawler. And this is interesting because I've actually seen this before. This was actually on Heritage for sale, and then whoever purchased it, a lot of these times the things that get bought are by dealers. So they'll purchase it from one auction house and then push it to another.
Haven't we seen this before?
Probably. I think I highlighted it before. It's up for sale again.
I think so. Oh,
yeah, they just moved it. This is Comics Link, so this is not Heritage. So they switch. They go back and forth to kind of be like, oh, look, they assume that people aren't shopping on multiple sites, which is probably a good bet. But it's sad to see it up again, but it's also cool to see it up again. It's one of those that like I wish I could get, because it's one of the. I'm not a huge John Byrne fan, but this is just awesome.
Well, when he's on, he's on. When he's kind of like John Buscema. When there's sometimes where he's just bland. I don't know if he was trying to meet a deadline or he just, so.
Hey, Kodiak, do you have a second?
Mm-hmm.
I just put a message in the chat. Just keep it to yourself, but see if you can do that for me.
Okay. So this is Uncanny X-Men 145, Dave Cockrum. And I just love that Storm. Isn't that awesome?
How do I get my screen back, guys, by the way? No, I'm serious, because I don't have the double screens anymore, so. Hold on, I got it.
Okay.
Andrew, you checking this out?
Yeah, that is gorgeous.
All right, next up. This is a John Romita cover. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that cool? John Romita is like the king of like heavy black ink, He really was a brilliant inker. Look at that. They even had to paste up this guy's face, like they redid it. Well, all that's pasted up. There's like cutouts everywhere.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I love that, man. I love they were just like, it's got to get done. Doesn't matter if it looks pretty. Just cut it up and paste it up there.
As dynamic and as pretty as that page is, it doesn't compare to that Far Sector page where the main character is sitting down in a lounge chair reading what
with a remote control. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I know.
You can't compare, Ooh.
X-Force number 6.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
As
I've never been a huge Liefeld fan, but I definitely have nostalgia love for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And actually, this seeing this as a page is really cool. Like,
The
the
okay.
wallpaper is yellow. I think that's this like old Zipatone or something he was using.
You want me to do that?
No, I'll do it.
Okay.
All right. Next up, this is Joe Madureira, Astonishing X-Men #1. Like kind of a cool.
Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Early.
Oh wait, which? Oh man. See, there was still parts of this. Like X-Men had lost me, and I didn't like Avery says, I didn't like this cartoony anime X-Men, but parts of it just I loved. Like I loved the Apocalypse look during that era, you know?
Yeah.
So but that said, some of my favorite books is during that Madureira. That was Madu. How do you say his name?
Madura is how I've always said it. Joe Mad.
It's Madureira though.
Madureira. Joe Madureira. Yeah. So this is interesting. This is Dark Knight #3.
Mm-hmm.
But I found something. I was like, I love. Sometimes when you see these pages, you can kind of learn things. And I might be wrong. So, first it's Dark Knight. So you're just like, man, I wish I could have this because it's Dark Knight, and anything from Dark Knight is going to cost you like $10,000. Like it's just so expensive. But this is interesting. The title was Hunt the Dark Knight.
Yeah, I see that.
Now that was, I don't remember the issues having their own title. So was that the original title?
Oh, I don't remember either. That's unusual.
Right. That could be like a little hidden nerd gem right there. It wasn't like Dark Knight Returns. It was Hunt the Dark Knight.
Now, wasn't the Dark Knight done in 9 panels? This is 16.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question.
That's maybe this is something not. Is that from the original Dark Knight story?
I mean, it looks like it. I'd have to check. I genuinely don't know. I don't totally recognize the page, although the image of Robin looks really familiar to me.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I think
it does. It does. Go
Yeah,
back up and see what it says it's from.
Well, it says Dark Knight. It says Dark Knight Book 3, page 5. It's Klaus Janson.
Okay.
And then it's just about Dark Knight Returns. Yeah. So I think it's based on what it's going for, it's telling me that it's from Dark Knight Returns. But isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And if it is a working title and that's one of the only pages it shows up on.
Well, who knows? If this is book 3, it's probably been on all the pages. But it's just interesting. I never knew that was a title in the running, and it's kind of cool to see.
It does make sense, though.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ron Friends, signed by Stan Lee. Nice.
Oh, no. Wait.
It's not Ron Friends.
Yeah, it is.
It's not.
Who is it?
You're never going to guess. But it is signed by Stan Lee.
It looks frenzy.
It does. It's, it should tell you at the top here.
Is it a Ramita?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
wow. It's a 90s Ramita. So not the best, and he was kind of older. Apparently in older age, Don Ramita draws like Ron Friends, because it does look like a Ron Friends draw.
Well, just looking at it without no other reference.
No, that was a good. That would if I had just seen it, I don't think I would ever have guessed it as a Ramita. But I liked the fact that it was a Ramita with a big ass Stan Lee signature on it.
I always thought that not that they look like each other, but they have a contemporary, since they were contemporaries. Always felt like Buscema and Ramita could Buscema drew his, you know, a Buscema face. It's his face.
Yeah.
He used to draw his face, but sometimes you could get, you know, they had a similar look to their artwork.
Now, who inked that? Does it say?
I don't know. Secondary artist name was Dan Green, so maybe Dan Green finished it.
Yeah,
Maybe that's why it looks so different than a John Romita. I mean, or he drew it and John Romita inked it. I'm not sure. That's a good question. But, all right, check this out.
Okay. Oh wow.
John Romita is the Keith Richards of comic books.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic Scroce.
Right?
I love it when he does, or when anybody does, the multiple images.
Yes. And he did a million of them. Look at it. He jumps all the way down here, jumps here, does a bunch of spinning over here, and then swings.
Wow.
That's like 30 characters.
I could do better.
Look at that, dude.
Wow.
I'm almost not wanting to look at it. It's making me sick.
Blow that up so
I
we
mean,
can see a closer.
if you don't even focus on how many times he drew the spider, he look at the buildings. I mean, the buildings are just like, ugh.
Look at that.
But then he has Spider-Man all over him.
Zoom in on that if you can, just a little bit.
I am zoomed in. How much more?
We're just seeing your screen, so we're not seeing.
Oh, son of a bitch. I've been zooming in on all these and I forget that Zoom. Hold on.
Okay.
I forget that Zoom has this thing now where I have to share my desktop to actually like capture everything. That sucks. I've been zooming in on all of these.
Oh well, we've been seeing everything well enough.
How's that?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's scroll up so we can see some of the After Effects. Look at that Kodiak.
Damn. Dude.
Look at on top of the building that split. Isn't that cool?
He's annoying as hell, you know?
Yeah, it is kind of. Yeah, I would really love to see his process because there's a secret to his science. Oh God, it's so good.
Look at that.
And
Very nice.
You know what? Go back to it. Just the way he didn't detail any of the other spiders. He just detailed the one up front. And that
yeah. That's all you need, really.
Yeah.
What issue is this from? Does it say?
Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 419.
I got to find that issue. That's awesome.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Very cool. Very cool. Oh wow. Kodiak.
Yeah.
It's a Mark
I see
Teixeira painting.
Yeah, I see it.
That's nice.
Yeah, I get flustered with his books sometimes because he does a lot of tracing, but this is him at his best when he's doing what he does.
Yeah, it's a beautiful painting.
Now, what does it say that's from? Wolvie Ultra Flare. Oh, is that from a card?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a card. Wow.
I don't think I've ever seen that one, but
no. Now we should look for it.
Well, Ultra Flare was much later in this in the card series, so that's gorgeous.
Isn't that great?
Wonder how big it is. Well, it's on 11 by 17. So
yeah, it's 11 by 7. I mean, he painted big just so he could get a really dope looking card. I bet really small. That looks phenomenal. Probably looks photorealistic.
Yeah, I got to clarify my last statement. You can tell it was once again one of those ones where they either at the last minute it's like, Tex, we need you to draw this thing, or he was, trying to meet a deadline. But you know who he used to use a lot? He used to trace a lot. Are y'all familiar with wrestling at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Enough. There's that guy that used to always have the toothpick in his mouth, and he had jet black hair and would oh man, he was part of a team like Diesel and whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, that guy. You'll see in all his Punishers, it's that guy.
Oh, okay, fun.
yeah, it's
fair.
Cool. I'm looking for that Amazing Spider-Man.
So these are some of my favorite John Buscema pages. Wolverine, early Wolverine stuff. for some reason, all of the early Wolverine stuff that he did, the pages are all yellow and they just weren't taken care of. All the text is falling off.
Yeah,
which
I
makes
hate
it a
when that
shame. Like
happens.
for me, I don't think I'd ever buy these because I'm just a bitch and I like pristine white pages with, you know.
Do you know of any technique to clean up an original page like that?
I don't. I've never really looked into it.
God.
It's just sad, right?
I think you would ruin it more.
Honestly, I think when you get it to this point, you put it into a frame that has like protective, like really strong protective UV coating. Because that's really what this is. Like that's why, like clearly, like, and I've seen a lot of pages from these books, and they're all like this. And so that just tells me that either he had them or somebody had them that didn't really give a crap about them, and that's why you can have,
or it was the materials they used,
or the materials. But that's why you can have pages. This is a book from the 80s, right?
Yeah. So it was right. It was right after they used to throw boxes out behind studios.
Well, this is 1989, but then this is like 1960.
Right.
This is 1971, and it's a little yellow, but like, I mean, look at the difference in quality.
Yeah.
Right. Like this has normal aging, like a little bit of stainage, like that makes it look cool. The other pages you just know weren't really taken care of.
Yeah.
Right. So this is like this is John Remuda Senior inking Buscema, I believe.
You'd probably hate working with me. I am so messy on my pages. It's just like, I know it's an amateur thing, but it
doesn't have to be. I mean, if your pages look dope, they look dope. It's just this was clearly not taken care of.
Yeah.
Now you could always, I mean, if you wanted to be anal about it, you could always get a copy of the comic, photocopy the pages, blow them up, cut out the word balloons, and put them back on the page. You could do that. Use like a photocopy of the actual comic itself. I've always thought about doing that for art that where the word balloons.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want to do that. You don't want to do that on these pages. These because they're the originals. Like you'd basically be destroying the value.
You know what I would do is get a sheet of what is that?
Acetate.
Yes, and lay it on top, and then put the word balloons on it. And then when you displayed it where you're not touching the original art at all.
Yeah, that you could do that for sure. Yeah.
What was the issue? I know you wrote it down, Andrew. What was that issue of Spider-Man?
419, I think.
So
I got a video. I'm not going to forget. I got the video.
So this is interesting. This isn't something that normally I would like bookmark, but I just found it really engaging. So this is Flash 191 from 1969. It's early Ross Andrew. Okay. But look how cool this is. Like the shapes were very Kirby-esque, and I don't know. It's just the composition was really good. And I found it really engaging.
That is very nice,
right? I mean, for a big page, like that's pretty cool. Early Andrew.
Yeah. Wow.
God, another dude. I'm just hating on everybody today.
Yeah. And Art Adams Harley Quinn in a version of her classic costume. That's not actually her costume, but that's the one that would sell.
Yeah, that's for you. And there's one more for tonight.
All right, one more. Oh wow, that's from the annual, isn't it? The one with the terminus in it.
That's right.
See, I know my Art Adams. That's a nice page, but
isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah,
he signed it, and it was April 11th, 1988 was the stamp on it, and then he signed it in 91. But look at just all the characters down there, and it's just beautiful. Psylocke and Storm.
Yeah, there's some anal retentive inking involved in there.
Well, yeah.
He's like Mike Miller. Just detail. Slave.
Now that top panel doesn't have a lot to it, but it still looks nice.
Yeah, and it's still, again, maybe you're right. Maybe it was some of the stuff with the time or the paper that they were using, because this is also like totally toned yellow.
Yeah. Well, that also depends on what type of what you kept it in. If you just kept it out If it wasn't any type of acid-free plastic or anything like that, it's going to yellow no matter what. So
Yeah.
oh, it's a shame.
I know, but it's still cool to see history, right?
How
And
do
that's
you
what I
share
got
your
for you
screen?
tonight.
Very nice. Those are awesome. Thank you.
How do you share your screen? Like share it like your actual computer screen. I go down.
You go down to share, and then you choose desktop.
Yeah, it's down at the bottom.
That's it.
Yeah, instead of hitting the caret, you hit the actual the box that says share.
All right. Can y'all see that?
Yep. There you go.
Where'd he go? There he goes. All right.
Oh yeah.
His stuff, it's one of those guys that are better not colored. I mean,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, well, that was also the time period too.
Yeah, the pink, that was definitely a 90s thing.
Where is it?
What are you doing?
You're copywriting strike.
You're gonna give me a strike.
I went too fast. I went past it.
It's video. People can slow these down, dummy.
Come on.
Pause it. Take it one page at a time. If I get a strike, I'm killing you. Yeah, that is a pretty page, but the yellow and the purple and the blue in the coloring, just
Yeah.
It doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. All right.
Yeah. They were trying to do all like early Photoshop coloring or something.
Yeah.
Ugh, the gradients.
All right, I'm gonna stop your sharing.
Yep.
Okay, well, guess what, guys? It's already 9:15. I don't have time to do a peep show, so I guess I'm gonna have to save it till Wednesday. Do you want me to show you all what I got, Todd? God dang it! Did I mute myself? No, I didn't.
You just made me full screen, so I'm pretending to be your hands.
Check this out.
Oh, that was funny. I fell for it. I really did too. I was looking at the screen. I was like,
do I still have you spotlighted? Oh,
yes.
God, dang it, I do. You know what's so funny is you were only spotlighted in the meeting, and on the live stream it was separated. So
I'm glad I'm a good hand mime.
Yeah, you're good. All right. Well, here this is the item I got. Actually, I got two items to share with you. The first one, I've never seen these before. These are Juicy Drop gummy candy canes.
That sounds hard. That sounds so.
Gummy candy canes with watermelon blast and blue rebel dipping gel.
So gross.
That does sound horrible, doesn't it?
No, I got that.
I can't. Shut up, woman. I can't wait to try this. Watermelon blast and blue rebel, but the candy canes are sugar covered gummies, and the juice is, I don't know, but we're gonna try this out on Wednesday. And the other thing I got, they had a whole section of candy canes. These are Jelly Belly candy canes. You have blueberry. I forgot what that one is. This one's cotton candy. I forgot what this one is. This is watermelon, and this is pina colada. So we're gonna try these out. I may not do them all at one time. We may spread this out a little bit.
Spread them all at one time and put them all in your mouth at the same time.
Oh God, you guys want me to get sick, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah, because we encourage you to do these things.
Yeah, I know. All right. Guys, thank you so much for coming in and joining the show. I appreciate it. Ahmed, who else came in? The Bluebird, Cross, thank you guys so much. Fearful Milk, and Dillard. Dillard was here. I think I scared him away doing previews. So I didn't have any new comics to share, so I didn't get anything over the weekend, so I didn't have any new comics, so we had to do a preview. So, but I appreciate you all coming out and hanging out with us, and I hope you had a good time, and we will catch you all on Wednesday. Later, everybody.